Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Deminator What If, you know. Yes, it's recording, never mind. So, today I'm going to be doing part 3 to What If Deku had a djinn, or in other words, was a metal vessel user. If you haven't watched the previous parts, I recommend going to do so. And I will not be directing you to them because I am lazy, like every other human on the planet. But yeah, also I'm going to be changing things up. If you haven't watched the previous videos, just so you know, Deku has a djinn called Kage, my own design. Kage meaning shadow, if you didn't know that. And basically it's a panther-looking djinn, like panther head djinn, but like with the body of a human, but then it's got like no legs because, you know, smoke and shit. It also has like a red eye on its forehead, you know, casual stuffs. But yeah, it controls darkness, but as a sub usage, it can also control lightning. I might make it so that Deku in the future gains more ability, like maybe he actually gains the ability to like, I don't know. Oh, I'll just make it so that for now he can just when he's in his djinn equipped form, he automatically gets like a ridiculous speed boost. On the same level or higher than 100% one full cowling. You know, because apparently full cowling is supposed to be stronger than All Might's prime, if you get it to 100% or something. I don't know, I don't really read about this stuff, but yeah. The point is, he's fast. He should be faster than that using the full djinn equip. And if you don't know anything about Labyrinth of Maggie or Adventures of Sinbad, well, it's an anime about people who capture things called dungeons and gain massive amounts of power. So yeah. Anyway, I am talking way too much. I probably missed out a few things. Controls darkness, sub of lightning, agility addition, which is OP. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, let's continue. Sorry, I've done this video too many times now, so I'm kind of lost as to where I should be starting. So Deku has just gotten his invitation to. I say invitation, but it's more like acceptance to UA. And Deku's overjoyed, but not ridiculously overjoyed because he was like, yeah, I'm better than everybody anyway, you know. Sassiness activate. But yeah, he watched it with his mother this time, so they can all appreciate it, you know. But yeah, Deku then then he'll go to school I don't know, the next day or something. I don't really know. I don't know how the full schematics of everything is, but yeah, he goes to school. And then he shows up to school and he sees how there's this massive door and he's like, bro, what? Why? What is the reason? But yeah, you all know it's because All Might is bloody massive, so otherwise he wouldn't be able to get through the door. That's obviously not the reason. It's probably just because they're trying to be sassy and one is the best, they're the greatest, so big door, you know. But of course, Deku then enters the school and enters the room, and he's greeted by various looks from some of the girls, because, you know, he is a cinnamon bun roll, and I haven't mentioned it yet, but he walked into school with a cinnamon bun roll, so they're cute, fuzzy, and sassy. I said that really close to the mic, so for you it might be really loud. But yeah. So yeah, he walks into the room with the cinnamon bun roll, and Ida takes his attention off of Bakugo 10 seconds into a conversation with Uraka, with her thanking him for saving her. And he's like, no worries. And she's like, oh, my name is Ochaku. And then she's in, oh, fuck, I keep mixing up genders. Why? Anyway, she's interrupted by Ida, who's like, firstly, he's like, I'm sorry for not, like, understanding how your thought process is and, like, and he's, like, disappointed in himself for being weak, and he's like, please teach me, senpai. I want to be faster, senpai, you know? But yeah, that's just a joke. He probably wouldn't have said something like that. He would probably say something more along the lines of, because I do not remember the last video. I'm pretty sure I said something about, like, maybe they had a conversation or something at the start, but do not remember. It was 2 weeks, well, not 2 weeks, rather it was like a week ago. No, I uploaded it a week ago, or a bit more than a week ago, and technically I recorded it about 2 weeks ago. So yeah, 2 weeks ago is correct. Anyway, the point is, I did a ridiculously long video, and I do not remember most of the stuff in it. So yeah, let's say they did have a conversation, just because I do not care what I originally did. They did have a conversation. I was like, excuse me, youngster, like, what are you doing? Like, why aren't you like not doing anything is kind of putting other people down or some rubbish like that, Ida, he just likes to be the bossy one, Anyway, I bet there are some people out there who like, punish me, senpai, Ida. Yeah, that's creepy. Personally not my preference, but you be you. Anyway, I do not know why I'm getting derailed, but yeah. Okay, so they have like a conversation about something, God knows what, and Deku's like, well, I'm gonna go sit down because I'm kind of worried that the teacher is here, because, Deku's like, he's got heightened senses, but because of like the noise everywhere and like the fact that people are like talking to him, he's distracted, but like he still slightly knows that there's someone taller than him in the school, like much taller than him, in this classroom. So he's like, yeah, I'm kind of worried that the teacher is here, so I'm gonna go sit down over there. And he goes sit down like back of the classroom in the the right corner next to a window. So yeah, we've got we've just got a Deku in the corner, casual MC. What? Why am I saying MC? I almost said MCU. Anyway, the point is casual, protagonist styles. Anyway, styles with a Z. Anyway, so yeah, Deku goes sit down, and then Aizawa suddenly appears whilst everybody else is talking. Deku's just like, he's just sitting there eating his cinnamon rolls, because he hasn't finished yet. But then he's like, and then the teacher's like, suddenly appears, Aizawa's like, hello guys. Anyway, no, that's just a joke. I'm basically taking the piss out of everything I can, but yeah, he just like, he suddenly appears and he's like, it took you, like, he says his usual speech, but then he's like excluding Deku and he's like, however, Izuku Midoriya, because I say see in the profile pic of like him by looking through student profiles or something, he's like, except for young Izuku Midoriya over here, who by chance got the highest on the exam, both exams, and is and also was not talking for most of that time. Although he was distracted, he realised that I was here and he sat down. Like a good little boy. Like a good little cinnamon bun. Anyway, but yeah, and then he's like, okay, everyone go put on these uniforms, like he can, and I think he hands them out or something, but he gives them up the uniforms and like, they all like get changed, and whilst they're in the changing room, like most of the guys, like Kirishima, and I want to say Thunderbolt guy, are like, oh my god, you're ripped. Like, what are you? What on earth is this magnificent creature? And he's like, oh, what are you talking about? I do normal training, but like, remember, again, this timeline is gonna be a bit taller, of course, but also it's gonna be really buff, like, buff, At one point, he's going to be buffer than All Might, you know? I'm just kidding. Like, I don't really like... Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of, like, really large buff people. I personally prefer it when people are slim buff, you know? So I'm going to keep Izuku slim buff. Anyway, yeah. Then they go outside and they're gonna do the quirk exam, and Aizawa's gonna be like, okay, Izuku, come up, because, you know, you were the one who got the, or actually be Midoriya, come up, as you have gotten the highest in the exam. I would like to see your prowess. But yeah, of course, Deku has a lot of abilities. I mean, it doesn't seem like many, but, like, he still has a lot of abilities. Like, for example, the Pantavolt that I said last time, where he can go really, really fast. Well, basically, he doesn't even need to transform. He can go faster than Ida. But yeah, he's also got other abilities. Anyway, remember, he still has his katana on him, so he can still use his abilities. I'm gonna say that, like, maybe after the USJ arc, because an incident that will happen, he will be learning how to use djinn equip without it. Also, even later on, he's going to do something really interesting, which may almost kill him. But yeah. Anyway, so he taps his katana. And people don't fully realise it, but there's black aura oozing out, like oozing out of his sword, and it's like a small magic circle, you know, on the base, the guard. I don't know what special name is for it. I probably said it in the last one of the previous videos, but the point is, he basically, like, he transforms. He's like, everybody sees the transformation, and by the way, I love the one of the first transformations they showed in the Legends. I haven't watched I haven't watched Maggie Labyrinth of Magic in a while, but in Maggie Adventures of Sinbad, I do love the first time he transforms, like how his muscles like bulge, you know, and like it's just ridiculous. Basically, that's what Deku does. Now, he transforms into his really cool state where he's got like he's got claws, but like on his, you know, his feet and hands. He's also got like a white almost chest plate in a way, like going on his chest. Spikes on his shoulders that are like black, but like I don't know how to explain it. Basically, he looks OP, magnificent. He's got really long hair, like black hair. He's got panther ears, you know. I'm going to say that when he unleashes his full power, which he will not yet, he gets like a red eye on his forehead. But yeah, everyone sees this transformation into the city, and they're like, what the f-? Except for the people who originally saw it, which was like Uraraka, Ida, you know, those people. Anyway, so yeah, after he transforms, he stacks his abilities. Like, for example, he will use Panther Volt to speed up his arms movement. Oh, crap. So yeah, he'll use Panther Volt to speed up his arms movement. I need to quickly check my bank. Okay. Yeah, he'll use Panther Volt to speed up his arms movement, as I said multiple times. He'll also use the shadows to... Well, he'll control the shadows, although he is technically controlling darkness. He will be controlling shadows to pull himself down into like a perfect ready position, and then like basically he will use like full power, like I don't know, smash. Not JK. But yeah, he still like does it really powerfully, and he throws it, but like he almost gets it, like he was at. Let's just say he gets infinity, because he threw it so hard it went straight, like directly out of the atmosphere and basically plummeted into the sun or whatever, you know? So yeah. Anyway. So yeah. Everyone's like, holy shit. holy shit nuggets, you know, what the fuck. Because, you know, most powerful throw ever. But like, because they've seen that he doesn't have any like floating abilities, except for when he did fly. He hasn't shown any floating, like the ability to make other things fly. So of course they'll be like, okay, that's his raw strength, including those two abilities, including that one ability of making his arm into lightning, because they did not see the shadow one. But yeah, then he'll like de-transform. I don't know how they do it in the anime, but like almost like how All Might puffs down, you know. Anyway, so yeah. So yeah, what happened? So, tonight I'm got a problem. But yeah, what he does is he then like he's got the highest score on that. Like he's drawing first place with a rucker. And like everyone else does their normal things. Everyone like Bakugo's pissed as fuck. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I think Deku would most likely be first place. However, I'm gonna say he's either first place or second place. I really do not care. The point is, Mineta is getting kicked, and instead we're gonna get Big Hand Senpai from 1B. You know. The only change that this will really have, other than the fact that there's a person changing, is that, well, this time, there's going to be a more useful character than Mineta, of course, but also, Monoma, the guy with the copy work, is going to be less, like, he's going to be less aggro, because, you know, he's got his senpai from 1B, and he's like, senpai, but then she's like in a different class. Like he's gonna be a bit like more calm of a person, because he's gonna be like, if senpai can make it, like the rest of us can, like we're the best, yeah. I don't really care, but still, yeah. So I believe that's it for that day. And then, oh, did they have the USJ arc or something? How long has this been going on for? I cannot check through that way. Wait, give me a sec. I need to quickly go back on something. Sorry. Need to check something. Shit. This takes so long. Okay, it's going. You know, I'll stop it here because I often make them really long. So I'll just give you guys some peace and yeah, peace. I'm out. You know, yada yada. So yeah, check out my other videos. Also, the part 1 of What If Hajime, from Operator from Commonplace to World's Strongest. Just like check out that video. Like what if he was overly like cautious? I don't think it was that good personally how I did it, but maybe some of you guys will like it. I think it would have went a lot differently, but I still wanted him to become OP. So yeah. It's very likely that instead he would have been training so long that he ended up getting a really high level and a ton of stats whilst he was still with the other people, and would have asked them if he could like have more time, like if they could do it like a bit later, like let's say it took him 2 weeks to train, you know. So I think that's what would have happened instead. That's my one difference. Also, he would have gotten a few other abilities, although I'm not giving him any fire abilities because I hate fire to the death. Okay. Lightning is preferred, or water, or darkness. Anyway, so yeah, bye-bye. I will stop talking about other anime. So yeah, see ya, bye.